Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on how to complete your time practice that you have for independent work in the math section of Google Classroom. This is actually the assignment that we worked on in class, so I wanted to just record a quick, how to, just as a reminder on how to get this assignment done. I have noticed that a couple of you have been turning in your independent work and you're missing some of the parts that I asked you to complete. So that's why I wanted to make sure I got this out there so that you know what the expectations are really quickly. Okay, so let's get started. So the first set of instructions was to make sure if Gabriel, you go ahead and answer the actual question. So solve the problem. If Gabriel starts reading a book at 1 o'clock and he reads for 3.5 hours, what time does Gabriel stop reading? So that's the first part. We want to go ahead and solve that. And I am going to need something to write with here. So I'm going to go over here with pink because I always end up using pink. Okay. So we're going to use our number line and we're going to use our blank number line. That's this guy right here. But first, let's take a look at our problem. So we're going to start at 1 and he reads for 3.5 hours. So imagine Gabriel sitting there reading, and we want to know what time he stops. So we're going to go to our number line, and at the first time that they give us is 1 o'clock. Okay. I know it's, as always, a ton of fun trying to write on a trackpad. Okay. So, and we want to go 3.5 hours. So 3 hours. Ooh, my writing is terrible today. Okay. And we want to go a half hour, which most of us know that is going to be 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is see if we can move our time forward 3 hours and 30 minutes. So let's attack our hours first. Let's take a look at those. Let's get those onto our number line. And it's just like adding or subtracting on a number line, same idea. So we're going to go ahead and go 1 hour. So rather than trying to do 30 minutes or 10 minutes or what have you, we're going to go for 1 full hour. So 1 hour. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that'll put us at 2 o'clock. So obviously that's 1 hour down. We need to do 3. So we're going to go 1 more hour, 1 more hour. So that'll put 1 hour, 1 hour right there. So that'll put us at 3 o'clock, and then that'll put us at 4 o'clock. So our hours are taken care of, so we can go ahead and cross those off because we got them done. So next we have our 30 minutes. So we have 0, 0 right here, plus 30. So 0 plus 30 equals 30. So we can just go ahead and do that last little jump and say that this is a 30-minute jump. So rather than going 10 plus 10 plus 10 minutes, we can go ahead and just do 30. Saves us a little bit on writing. So our answer is going to be 4:30. Ta-da! Or 4:30. There we go. Let's actually erase you. Make sure I actually write the correct number. And that's always, of course, a lesson to us to make sure that we don't make any kind of careless mistakes. Pardon my music. All right, so 4:30 is our answer. Now, there were 2 other steps that I wanted you to complete for every assignment or for every answer, and I wanted you to give me the start and end times. So our start time here is obviously 1 o'clock. So I need you to be able to find that start time on this number line. So it says right there, 1 o'clock. So this is my start time. Now I need to 1, 2, 3 hours, and this is 15 minutes. 30 minutes. So our end time right here is 4:30. So this is my end time. Voila, right there. I also wanted you to give me the start and end time on the clock because we need to be able to identify where things are on our clocks as well. So I wanted you to give me my start time would have been 1 o'clock. So little hand points at the 1. And since it's 1 o'clock, so that's 0, 0, my large hand points at the 12. So this is my start time. I also wanted you to give me the end time on the clock as well. So I'm going to pick a different color just so it shows up better. And our end time is going to be 4 o'clock. So our small hand's going to point at the 4 and it's 4:30. So 30 minutes is right here. So our large hand's going to be at the 6. So this is going to be our end time. So that's what I wanted you guys to be able to do for all of our problems. All right, so let me take a look at another one. Let's take a look at the last one. This one deals a little bit with subtraction. So it does the same thing. It's just like subtracting on a number line, however. So we're going to want to start at a different end. So it says if you finish washing your car at 1:45. So I'm going to put 1:45 way over here. Because when we subtract, we go the other direction. So when we add, we head to the right on a number line. So when we add, we go over here. This is addition. And when we do subtraction, we go this way. And we want to start on the other side. So we're going to, and it says it takes you 45 minutes. So we can break that into 15-minute increments if we want to. So if we wanted to go 15 minutes, or we could go 5 minutes, or we could go by tens, that works as well. So I'm going to go, I'm feeling 20. Because I feel like 40 minus 20 is easy. So, well, at least it is for me. So let's go with our minutes. So 145 minus 20 would put us at 125. All right, so maybe we can jump another 20 because we got to do 45 full minutes. So 20 plus 20 equals 40. Okay, so that'll put us at, let's see, 1. So 25 minus 20 is going to put us at 1. And we have 5 minutes left over, so 105. And we still have 5 minutes left. So we have 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and we're going to make a nice little 5-minute jump right here. Okay. So our 5-minute jump brings us to 1 o'clock exactly. Now, I know a lot of you in Miss Garcia's class have been doing this with your T-charts as well. It's almost the exact same thing. So if you were going to subtract, it would look like this. And then you have your new time over here. So we would start with 145. And we're going to do the exact same thing. So 145, if we say minus 20 minutes, puts us at 125. If we minus another 20 minutes, let me actually put my little min in there, at least give me some idea that those are minutes, then that would put us at 120. Now, I know this may seem like a lot of extra steps for something that is relatively, like a relatively simple problem. But once we get to something that is a little more complicated, breaking it down like this does make it easier to do in your head. So the more that you do it on the paper, the easier it gets to do it in your mind. And you're like, okay, so break that down, break that down, break that down. Okay, cool. So now that puts us at 1 o'clock exactly. Oops, sorry, that should have been 1:05. See, careless mistakes. We always got to make sure that we don't do those. Okay. So that would have been 1:05. And minus another 5 would have put us at 1 o'clock. So again, I want to make sure, so I started baking at 1 o'clock. We always want to make sure that we do all of the parts. So we're going to go ahead and find our start time, which was 1:45. So here's 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:30, 1:45 right here. So that's where we started. So this is our start time. And we ended at 1 o'clock. So that was the time that we ended up with. So we're going to go ahead and go there. Actually, let me label that appropriately. How about that? So our start time, because we had to solve for our start time. So our start time would be 1 o'clock and our end time would be 1:45. So if we were to look at that on our clock, our start time was 1 o'clock. Because 0 is always up to 12. And then our end time, so this is our start time, and then our end time would have been 1, same spots, 45. So I just want you to be able to identify the 2 times on the clock as well. So those are our end times. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Obviously the problems you have in your assignment are different, but hopefully this gives you a few tips and tricks